I need a new opponent here, so let's just have that happen. And, I have not been playing well recently. It's a weird thing, like with chess, you can really track your own sort of mental decline happening. Things that you used to see, you just don't see anymore. For the most part, I still know the content I knew before. I still know the openings. Oh, look at this move. So he wants to put his knight. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. Let's just go here. I don't know. It's just all kind of weird. Chess is a weird game. You know that? You work and work and work at it. And it's just not that it's not that grand of a thing to do in real life. So now I'm going to threaten to take his knight here. He has to move his knight back somewhere. It's just, he's got a pin on my knight against my queen here, so it's a little bit dynamic. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So essentially what I want to do is get out of losing my queen, but then not lose this pawn at the same time. If I put my bishop here and he takes and takes, and this pawn is hanging with a fork, so I can't put my bishop there. So I think what I have to do is just, I think I just have to go like this. This is weird, but true. All right, life is not always grand, but it is what it is. He's going to put his bishop here, which is fine by me. Of course, he can't take here. I think people might just be better than me too, honestly. Maybe I just thought I was better than I am. I'm down a pawn, right? But he has double pawns. Yeah, it's not great. Am I down a pawn 3, 4, 5, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm down a pawn. But I have some modicum of pressure. It's also, maybe he'll push his pawn up 2 squares here. All right, so now what? Now I think I go here. No, take, he wins this, right? Yeah, kind of sucks. I'm not doing great. I do have this square for my knight if things don't go his way. He's going to take here. He was supposed to take my my bishop first, and he didn't. So he screwed up. So now I'm winning. Just a very stupid mistake on this guy's part. Yeah, he just goofed. You know, maybe that's all chess really is anyway, just goofing like that. Because all he had to do was play bishop takes, and it would have been quite over with. I don't want to let him in anywhere, and I also want to win a pawn. So let's go here. We should win one of these two pawns now, but I have to be careful not to be equally stupid back to him, which I am fully capable of being. It's nice that my OBS stream is still working, but we did figure it out, right? That this is really an issue that OBS is having overall. And I think it's because I did put in that lower thirds program. So that is pretty much what it was. So now what is he going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I am going to do. I am going to go and try and avoid him actually getting in anywhere. So that is somewhere to get in, right? He just got in there. So I don't like him getting in. So now I'll take. And the question is exactly what is he going to do about it, right? So that's all right by me. So let's just go right here. Because now I can just put this guy here and I can start having a good time. So what exactly does he do here besides resign, right? Because now he has to lose his rook, and that's all of his counterplay, and so his game is over. So I just go like this, and this. I mean, really. Yeah. All right. He had an easy way to beat me there that he just missed outright, and I am okay with that. So, yeah, so far so good on this restream. I'm just looking at the stats right there. So no questions yet from folks on the chat. So let me pop out the chat here so I can go back and play another game of chess unless somebody is going to ask me a gambling question. I've answered the 3 questions that were brought to my attention here. That's so strange to beat somebody when you know that you are, in kind of desperate situation like that. But, that's what blackjack is. Blackjack, that's what chess is. Chess is all about screwing up and, having things happen that let you survive the screw up. Because except for the computers, it is just a really hard game. Chess is just an extraordinarily hard game. So he's going to push this pawn. It's kind of a standard thing to try and do. He'll probably, I think what I can do here is my little plan. So in this position, I have more pawns on the king side. He has more pawns on the queen side. And so it's simply a matter of sort of dueling it out for who has a better, attack of some sort. My knight is going to take off his bishop, which I kind of like here. I'm just going to snap his bishop because that bishop, even though there are 3 white pawns sort of behind it there, it gives me the opportunity to not worry about this guy over here, and the protection of this pawn is a little bit, and eventually my little guy will be pretty good. So let's see, I'm going to go here, and he'll take me there. What I would really love is if yeah, I can't let that happen. See, now he doesn't have a white bishop, and so I can kind of comfortably not, I can put my rooks on white squares and not have to worry. On the other hand, this little pawn right here is quite a little, meh, you know, not fun. This pawn right here is not fun. And he may check me on the white squares. I may need to move my king over just into a safe area anyway, just to kind of get out of trouble here. I would say white is slightly better just because of this pawn, but certainly I have my chances here. So let's go over here. One of the things about chess is you always want to be creating problems, no matter sort of how minor those problems are. You'll always want to be creating problems for the other guy. And if you're in a situation where you cannot create problems, then something has gone wrong. So here you see the idea, if I go here, he might have to take with his knight, because if he takes with his queen, I'm just going to grab that pawn. All right, and so where does this leave us? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My bishops should be able to get kind of wicked and cruel here. That's what I'm hoping. His knight, yeah, I think I'll go here. I didn't know which one of those two to go to, but again, the light squares, because he doesn't have a light square bishop, are safe for me. His rook is going to want to come in here, and I'll probably put my bishop here, and then he may push his pawn. But the thing, my king can now kind of come over to help protect against that pawn. So that's a good outcome for me. Okay, so now I'm feeling very good. Because this pawn is a little bit far advanced. And essentially what I want to do is to lure this pawn forward. And from that, you know, have the opportunity to isolate it and grab it, and then I should just be winning the game. And I'm going to do that. Put my bishop here, and then my king here. Bishop here. That'd make me feel kind of stupid. And now I'll put my king up, and yeah, I'm just, you know, kind of he's going to take my pawn now, is that right? I'll tell you what, let's just sort of counterattack with our bishops here. And that is kind of what I thought eventually he would have to do. I just have to make sure I don't get forked and lose a piece or something. Yeah, so let's play it safe here. So you can see what I mean by safe. Safe is trying to isolate this pawn. Look, that long-term strategy kind of played off, right? I told you about that, getting the pawn to move forward, putting my pieces on light squares, and now taking things off. So this is actually pretty good for me now. I will go here, and we are simply going to try and queen our pawn. All right, so yeah, you know what? I'll just go here. We'll see what he does. Oh, he lost on time. Yeah, let's go to analysis board and see where things were at the end. I think I'm winning there, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll just see what the what it says. But it's interesting how that long-term strategy kind of played out there, isn't it? Where I talked about isolating that pawn and eventually attacking and winning it. Yeah, look, I definitely am crushing him at the end, but it looks like I made a couple mistakes. I was crushing him, and then here, let me scroll up so you can see this. So you can see right at the end, but I made some mistakes along the way. I made 4 blunders. Ooh, 3 mistakes, 3 inaccuracies. Not a great game, right? But they move fast, and so stuff happens.